What's up, everybody? Welcome to the weekly reset for Destiny 2, Week 3, September 19th, 2007, a.k.a. the week that Destiny 2 is drunk. So, you go, Z-Swigs, what do you mean Destiny 2 is drunk? What do you mean, Z-Swigs? Here's what I mean. Look at this image right here, guys. All right, look at this image. This is the image that Bungie put up a couple weeks ago announcing kind of the timeline. So, like, Nightfall, the arms dealer, Flashpoint EDZ, that was the first one, and the Destiny launched. Week 2, Tuesday, that was last week. Nightfall, Inverted Spire, Flashpoint Nessus, the Raid launches, Trials of the Nine launches. This week, Nightfall is Exodus Crash, Attrition, Timewarp Anomalies, the Flashpoint is IO. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. That is a filthy lie, okay? The Nightfall is Exodus Crash, but the Flashpoint is Titan. It's not IO. So there's some weird things happening this week with the weekly reset. We're gonna cover it all the same. So the Nightfall is Exodus Crash. There are 3 modifiers this week, which is different. We've never had 3 modifiers. We've only had 2 before. Prism is still around. Prism's been there every week. I don't know if it's gonna stay. I think it has to in order for the new timed Nightfalls to be effective, because you have to burn the boss in most cases, and without Prism you can't do that. So Prism means that on the bottom of the screen it's going to rotate through elements. So it'll be Void, then it'll be Solar, then it'll be Arc, then it'll be Void, then it'll be Solar, like rotating every 30-45 seconds, something like that. When your burn, so to speak, is active, your weapon of that element type does like triple, quadruple damage compared to when it's not the element type. And when it's not the element type, it does like half damage. So the strategy for this is your fire team needs to kind of run a nice mixture of elements. So someone runs Solar Arc, someone runs Solar Void, and someone runs Void Arc. And that way when Prism is active for Solar, the people with Solar use their Solar weapons, and the person without Solar uses his Kinetic weapon, because Kinetic damage is completely unaffected. This also doesn't work like Destiny 1, where the enemies, they don't get affected by this. Prism does not work like a Solar burn. It just increases your energy. It doesn't do anything for the enemies or Kinetic. So you could use this a lot. I mean, basically burning bosses with the Merciless, for example, which Xur sold last week, when it's Solar burn is super effective. Using supers during this time, like chaining all Arc supers, for example, or chaining all Solar supers, for example, when Super Burn is active, is also amazingly effective against big bads and ads if you need to use it against ads, because these are all timed. So you can play around a lot with your extra power during the Prism, but using Prism effectively is really, in my opinion, the way to beat these Nightfalls. If you don't pay attention to Prism, if you don't plan for Prism, it's really hard to beat these. And Exodus Crash is probably one of the more difficult Nightfalls, just because it's one of the most difficult strikes. It's long, and it has several encounters. One long encounter with ads, an encounter with a tank. The boss room is probably the most infuriating boss room in all of Destiny, and it's going to be a tough time, so make sure you're paying attention to Prism. The other modifier here is Attrition, which is brand new. This is health and shield regeneration is significantly impaired. Defeating enemies may cause wells of light. Collect those to restore your health and charge your super. So imagine this is like a combination of in Destiny 1, remember you had Exposure, which basically stopped shield regeneration. And that is the exact same thing here, except it's also mixed with the Boundless Light subclass quests, where occasionally when you kill an enemy, they'll drop a pool of light, which you can stand in, that gives you back your super really quickly and your health. So you can step in those and get some health and super that way, and of course mix that with Prism for maximum effect. So that's an interesting new modifier. It's going to be interesting to see how that works out in the boss fight and before. So I'm excited to see this one. Timewarp Anomalies. Strange anomalies have been detected in the area. Destroy them to release temporal energy and extend the mission timer. So if you've done the quest for the Raid Pulse Rifle that takes you to a light level 300 arms dealer, you know the Timewarp Anomalies essentially in that as well. Basically, they look kind of like blue oracles from the Vaulted Glass. They just kind of appear randomly around the map. You shoot them, destroy them, you get 30 seconds. Those of you who haven't played Vaulted Glass, they're kind of like blue balls. They look a little bit like the data lattice that you find on Nessus. That you probably could quickly confuse them for that. So those are those you want to shoot and get your extra 30 seconds. Now, with that said, there was a glitch on the raid that on the raid quest that let one guy like kind of phase in and out of a lost sector and kind of farm these anomalies for extra time. I don't know if that's still there. If it is, cool. If it's not, then sorry. But yeah, so that is your Nightfall this week. It's Exodus Crash. It's going to be tough. It's kind of the same as last week where the boss has phases, so it's really you can't really burn him in one sitting because he'll go invisible and then become immune, and that is super annoying. So watch out for that. The challenges this week are also the same as they were last week, except this week you also have to kill Shanks with melees before you kill the boss. So have fun with the challenges this week. And that is your Nightfall this week. So let's go check out everything that's happening at the tower, and then we'll go check out the Flashpoint and Cayde's chests. While we're loading into the tower here, I'll go ahead and mention that the raid encounters do appear to rotate every week. The first encounter this week is the Pleasure Gardens with the Warhounds. So that's interesting to note. We'll have to cover that going forward as more of these things are discovered. But yeah, the raid encounters rotate every week. They're not in the same order. And it does appear the Trials is still active. People have been going to the Spire this morning. I don't know of anyone who's actually played and won games, but you could definitely still click it. So there's some weird stuff happening with the Nightfall this week, guys. It's a weird Nightfall. It's drunk. Go home. It's drunk. Okay, so the first thing we'll check out at the tower is Eververse Trading Store. All right, she's very pushy. She wants us to know that Eververse has the goods. So her stock rotates weekly, of course. We got Play Dead, which I already own, right here. She's dying. Oh, God. Oh, God, the humanity. I'm dead. Okay, and then we got Odd Dance, which is the Arrested Development Chicken Dance, which is a classic. I'm in love with this emote, so I'll probably pick that one up. We got Angel Bloom Sparrow here, which is kind of like matches the Lotus shell, I would say, the Lotus Ghost shell. We also has the Cartesian KO ship, which has some interesting decals down the side here. That's what makes it special. We also got the Eos Rapture, which has this giant eagle on it. It's a warlock ship. And then Beware the Red Legion ornament for the Skyburner's Oath exotic. Right there, it turns it into more looking of a Cabal gun. We've also got the Sunshot Red Dwarf, which kind of gives it this cool, almost Siva-esque color scheme to your Sunshot. They also got the boots for the character class. For the Optimancy, they got boots. Then they got the Starfire shell, which is, a pretty cool looking shell. Actually, on this one, I like it. It's kind of simple. The Jagged shell, which again, kind of cool. Looks like gnashing teeth, kind of a shark's mouth. And then they're selling Noble Constant Red, Watermelon, Cerulean Divide, and then, of course, your Fireteam Medallion. So you guys who are hunting for monochromatic, hopefully next week. But there's still some cool stuff. This emote right here. This is gold, so I'd pick this up, even if you don't know why. It's so funny. Okay, the next place we'll go is to Ikora Ray and check out her meditation. So these also rotate weekly. This week, she has 6, Looped, and Utopia. Now, a note for you. Last week when we recorded this video on the reset, these missions changed from at some point after the reset. Maybe it was after the maintenance. Some people are saying there's going to be maintenance again to fix like the Trials glitch, for example. But these are the exact same missions that we had last week after they changed. So yesterday, these same 3 missions were there. And the theory should say that, they should change every week. So these may update, but as for right now, this is the last mission on Titan, the first mission on Nessus, and the second mission on Nessus. So these two are rescuing Cayde 6, and this one is getting, restoring power to the Arcanium where you're driving the tank. So these are fun missions, in my opinion. I don't really mind playing them again. It's just weird that they didn't rotate. So those are your meditations for my Ikora Ray for this week as of 7:50 a.m. on reset day. All right, Cayde 6 treasure maps this week. As you know, the Flashpoint is on Titan, not in IO, because Bungie lies. We saw the same 5 treasure maps, all 4,800 apiece. So we'll go grab these treasure maps, and let's go explore and find all the treasure on Titan. Thank you, Cayde, for your service.
Bring it on, Guardian.
All right, let's go. So like I said, the flashpoint is on Titan. So here is all the treasure chest locations on Titan. It's gonna be a lot easier to find treasure chests this week than probably past week, just because Titan is so small. So I'm kind of looking forward to finding these. But let's go ahead and fast travel to the rig for the first one. New Pacific Arcology. Getting pings on another one somewhere high up in one of those towers. From what I hear, the Fallen are using those towers as some kind of junkyard. Could be like a needle in a haystack. Good luck, Cayde 6. So from spawn, I really want to do this Witch's Ritual, but I'm doing YouTube videos right now. So from spawn, just take a right, head over to the platform, back towards Siren's Watch. This is, I hope they're all this easy, but your first chest is literally, you can see it glowing from here. It's right off this pathway. And right here, just sitting here, Cayde stash. All right, I got an emblem. What's the emblem look like? I know y'all want to know. That's actually pretty cool. Telstar graphics. All right, YouTube, this is the second chest right here at the rig. Reef awoken her weird like that. She assured me it was a gold mine, so I went exploring. Checked near some type of generator machine thing. There should be one I haven't hit in years. So this one's pretty easy to get to. Just, again, fast travel point from the rig. Just kind of head straight this way. It's going to be over here on the side, so just kind of hug this right wall. You can see the generator thing. I'm sorry, guys. You can see the generator thing right here, and you can see the blue glowing chest. So just kind of jump down right here and open Cayde stash. A legendary. Could be worse. All right, guys. So the third chest, as I'm being shot right here. I take it you like to jump, right? I see the way you jump all around the tower. Guardians these days, no respect for gravity. And just like these invisible Fallen. All right, no respect for me. So from the location of the third chest here, you're basically going to run and jump to this bridge. I feel like you don't have to jump. You could walk, but because of that description, I'm going to jump. So you get on this bridge. You head into this building in front of you. Over here on the left is this kind of gross hive hallway, and right in front of you is Cayde's third stash. Right here. And all you gotta do is open that baby up. Ooh, and I got another emblem, Coordinate Mathematics. Pretty cool, guys. All right, YouTube. This fourth one and the fifth one are both in the Arcanium, the Solarium part. So, fast travel to the rig. It's quite a long walk to get to these two. We'll do this one first. This one is in some kind of wall. What was it with the Golden Age that they built walls around everything? So, we're going to have a long walk ahead of us from the rig here. You got to run and jump, and there's just a captain. I don't know if you guys saw that captain just running. He's like late for a meeting or something. But you basically ignore this path. That's not the right path. You're just going to want to keep running. Although that was the location of the third chest, so if you come off that road, kind of help. Basically, you just got to keep moving. You're going to head towards all this hive gunk over here. You guys got any stories to tell during this long walk? Anything good? By the way, look at this thing. Look at that gross worm. That's grotesque. Why can't we kill that? Because that's horrific. Okay, so you're going to run through here. To this building, and then across this bridge, and over there is the Solarium. If you get lucky, you can catch a glimpse of the Hive Sea Monster as you're doing this. Don't see him today. Sad. Broke my legs. And then running across this bridge. Oh my god. It's like why don't they put a fast travel spot over here, guys? Why don't we get a patrol drop over here? Why couldn't we take this tank when we did the mission for the first time? There's so many questions I have for Deej. Why did I miss those stairs, Deej? Deej, why did you make me embarrass myself in front of all my YouTube viewers? How dare you? All right, now we're going to turn here. So now we're in the Solarium proper. Again, it's a long walk, but it's pretty easy. There's some bads in here. We're just gonna take care of these bads because I don't have time to shoot you guys. All right. Ball's been shooting me all morning. I don't want to deal with it. So back here in this corner is Cayde's chest. All right, let's open this stash. I always like to jump on them. I feel like they get away from me. And I got junk. And probably the easiest chest, and the last chest we're going to get this week, from the chest we just got, number 4 here in the Solarium. This is test number 5. You know what I used to love about my rest stops on Titan? Walking into the Arcology and thinking about it in its heyday. But then you get to thinking about how much we actually lost. And now the Hive just spawning everywhere. And then the will to fight boils right back up. So this is like the easiest chest in the world. Basically, you just head in here like you're going to do a mission, go through the cracks in the wall, and then you're going to take a hard right here and go up on this hill. And boom, there's Cayde's 5th stash. No exotics for me this week. Oh well, rip the dream. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I stream Destiny basically almost every day. I'm a variety streamer on twitch.tv/ZSwigs. So come hang out if you like video games, respectful communities, and hilarious dad jokes. I'll see you guys next week.